Good morning, namaste. Let's wait for a minute or two before others join. Sit quietly, sit comfortably. Okay, it's about time, 8:30 in the morning in Chicago. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's very cold outside, but it's beautiful and sunny day. So hope, thank you all for joining. So keep your palms in Anjali Mudra. Let's begin with Omkar Pranayam, which is the pranava. It's a beautiful way to begin the practice as you connect your body and mind and spirit with the prana, the vital living force. Also calming your mind, relaxing your mind. Slowly taking 8 times more oxygen than at a normal regular breath. Deep inhale. On your exhale, you can, as you pull the abdominal muscles in, as you begin to pull the rectal muscles up, as you start chanting the mantra, as you start exhaling through the mouth. Towards the end of the mantra, you can close your lips and normally exhale through the nose. So continue a few more times. Deep inhale. Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandarshita Swatma Sukhabhute Nishreshe Jangalikayamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shante Abahu Purushakaram Shankha Chakrasidarinam Sahasrasisham Svetam Pranamami Tatanjalim. Slowly open your eyes. So that chant is in humble surrender and surrendering and bowing down to the sage Patanjali, who brought the wisdom of yoga, compiled the wisdom of yoga from millenniums into a small aphorisms, a little aphorisms we can all remember, and he compiled them into Yoga Sutras of Patanjali in this small book. The 3 chapters. We've been studying this throughout our practices for many, many years. So today I will cover the few sutras in the chapter 1. There are about 51 sutras in the chapter 1, and then we studied up to sutra number 40, if you remember. So from today we will cover quickly from sutra number 40 to all the way to the end of the first chapter, which is sutra number 51. It's a beautiful way to begin the practice. And hope you all attended the VIEW conference last Saturday, Vivekananda International East-West Yoga Conference last Saturday. In that conference, there were several spiritual discourses, and one of them was Nityananda Pranadas, who talked about Dhyana Yoga. It's a beautiful, he has a way of presenting the philosophical ideas in a much simpler way that everybody can understand. So I think a couple of feature presenters talked about all the Ashtanga Yoga, all the 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. So if you remembered, we all normally start from Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama. Those are the first 4 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. But the remaining higher limbs, 4 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, is hard to practice. But that's where we need to be able to, slowly become, as a yogi, has become a more regular practitioner. We will try to accomplish the higher limbs of 4 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. So starting with of course, the pratyahara is like withdrawing the senses. That you all know, you're familiar with. Right after this pranayama, then you will get to the pratyahara, where you begin to withdraw your senses inwardly. But the next 3 limbs are the most important ones: dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. So Nityananda Pranadasri talked about dharana. Dhara is a Sanskrit word for flow. Normally in our day-to-day lives, so yes, sometimes we are focused, sometimes we are distracted. Even when we are focused, our attention span is very little. So we focus on a small, whether we are doing the work or maybe we are not doing the work, but whatever it is that we want to focus on, our attention span is very little. So we get focused on sometimes and immediately get distracted immediately after that. So it's very, very hard, a very little attention span that we do not even call it as a concentration or focus. But real focus is dharana. It has to be like a flow of concentration. A flow of concentration. It's uninterrupted flow of concentration is the real focus. Real focus is a dharana. And then when you focus and meditate upon your mind in that uninterrupted focus, then it becomes dhyana, the next higher limb. That is what the Nityananda Pranadasri talked about, how to overcome our restless minds, our impatient minds, intolerant minds, or egoistic minds. So that is how overcome all these through the dhyana, the meditation. So when an uninterrupted flow of concentration becomes dhyana, and that is the 7th limb of Ashtanga Yoga. But today we will talk about the highest limb, the 8th limb of yoga, which is the samadhi. And we touched upon it in Sutra number 40 when we discussed about Sutra number 40, where Patanjali defines, he acknowledges that we should be able to focus on whether it is a subtle object or a gross object, whether it is a microcosmic, atomic nature, or if it is a macrocosmic, universal cosmic nature. So our mind should be able to focus on anything that you pick up on, whether it is atomic or cosmic, microcosmic, or macrocosmic. So that is what in the Sutra number 40 he talks about. But today he defines in the Sutra number 41 what samadhi is. Samadhi is when your mind becomes clear when your mind becomes crystal clear like a diamond without any imperfections, when the mind is devoid, or you remove all the thoughts, disturbing thoughts, distracting thoughts in your mind becomes like the crystal clear. Then, just like the diamond takes the color of the object that's near to it, it reflects whatever the object that is close to it, because it has its no color. It takes the color of the object that it is close to it. Similarly, our mind becomes, when it becomes pure, it takes the object that you focus upon. It becomes same as the object that you focus upon. It becomes not only the same, it becomes one with the object that you focus upon. And that is what, when you become one with the very object that you focus upon, or concentrate upon, whether it is a subtle object or a gross object, then that state of mind is called samadhi. When your mind becomes one with the very object that you focus upon, that is the samadhi. And then that is what he defines. That is how the Patanjali defines the samadhi is in the 41 Sutra. But in the remaining sutras, he talked about various types of samadhis. In starting with when you focus on, when you accomplish that state of samadhi while focusing on a gross object, right? It can be, you still have your sense of I, your sense of awareness of who you are, what is your name, what is your address, things like that. It becomes one type of samadhi. You still know who you are while you're focused upon become one with that gross object. That becomes the savitarka samadhi. That's one state of samadhi. But in the second type of samadhi, when he talks about when you lose your sense of I, you become with that very object that you focus upon, and that is the nirvitarka samadhi. That is the second type of samadhi state. You lose your sense of I-ness, sense of, you forget who you are, and you become the very object that you focus upon. That is the nirvitarka samadhi, second type. And there are two more types of samadhi he defines right after that. And then, and obviously the second type of samadhi is much more powerful than the first type of samadhi, because you have no sense of I in that second state of samadhi. And then when your mind becomes pure, and mind becomes pure like the diamond, and it achieves even more higher state of samadhi. So in the next two states, he defines when you focus upon a subtle object rather than a gross object, then you accomplish that. You still have the awareness of I. When you focus on the subtle object, then it becomes the sarvichara samadhi. When you lose the sense of I, when you focus on the subtle object, then it becomes nirvichara samadhi. So these are four types of samadhi defines. But the knowledge that you gain in this samadhi state is much beyond than the knowledge that you gain from scripture or gain from a inference of your whatever that your knowledge, your expertise, that inference that you gain upon by studying scriptures or by studying literature. So that is the one type of gaining the knowledge. But in samadhi state, you get the direct realized knowledge. You become the truth of that very object that you focus upon, and that's how you gain the direct knowledge in the samadhi state. You understand the state of truth as it is, not how you want to perceive it, not how you want to interpret it, and that becomes the highest state of samadhi. But by the way, Patanjali then immediately defines all of these four types of samadhis have a seeded samadhi. When you achieve any of these four types of samadhis, your mind makes a new impression. It deletes all the past impressions, it deletes all the previous impressions, and makes a new imprint in your mind. It becomes a new impression in your mind, and that is called a seeded samadhi. That means you still have the residual thoughts. Whatever the highest state that you accomplish, it is still momentary. It is still that new state of mind that you accomplish is seeded. You still have your residual thoughts. But finally, when you are able to remove that residual thoughts, even that new impression is removed, then your mind is completely pure and no thoughts waves, no impressions, and that is the seedless samadhi. That is the highest state of absorption. That is the highest state of samadhi. So that is how he defines it. He ends the chapter 1 in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, chapter 1. That is the last 51 Sutra in chapter 1. So hope you remember this and see how you can accomplish your higher state of mind from minute focus to the maximum dhyana through the meditation all the way to the samadhi. So keep these in mind as you become the practice, as you slowly warm up. Bring your inhale, reach up, exhale. Reach forward if you like to. Keep the spine straight, tuck your chin in. If it is too hard, you can sitting in cross leg, you can always change to Japanese style. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping the spine straight. Feel that elongation in the spine from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Reach up, inhale. Exhale. Slightly tuck your chin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So if it is, like I said, if it is too hard to do this in this cross-legged Indian style, you can always change to Japanese style by sitting between your heels, separating your knees, so you can lean forward a little longer, a little more, deeper into this forward bends. While you sit between your heels, keeping the spine straight, trying to bring the forehead down, keeping the spine straight and elongated from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Deep inhalations and exhalations. As you allow the energy channels to open up, allow the energy chakras, the energy centers in your body along the spine to open up as well. From the root chakra, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, the 7 chakras we focus upon. Taking the breath all the way to the base of the spine, the root chakra, exhaling from the root chakra, awakening that Kundalini Shakti, spiritual dormant energy. Slowly on your exhale, you can chant the mantra LAM, LAM, on your exhale. LAM. One more time, deep inhale. You can even chant multiple times on the long exhale. Lam, 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 lam. So if you chant multiple times, you would see you gradually exhaling step by step, phase by phase, step by step, gradually suck the belly in every time you chant. But if you chant only one time, you continuously draw the belly in continuously until there's no more air to exhale. So now bring your awareness to the second energy chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, sacral chakra along the spine. At this chakra, you connect with the reproductive healing energy, connecting with the water. Our body consists of 70% of water. So focusing on that water element in our body, deep inhale into the sacral chakra. On your exhale, chant the mantra VAM, V-A-M, VAM. VAM. Again, inhale again. VAM, 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 VAM. Now bring your awareness to the third energy chakra, core chakra, near the navel area. Fire. This is the Agni, the fire, the heat inside our body. As you connect with this Manipura chakra, on your inhale, on your exhale, chant the Bij mantra Ram, R-A-M, Ram. Ram. Second time. Ram, 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 ram. Now bring your awareness to the heart center, fourth energy chakra. On your inhale, connecting with the wind. On your inhale, open your heart, open your lungs to the fullest. On your exhale, connecting with that heart center, like a green shining diamond in the heart lotus. On your exhale, chant the beach mantra Yam, Y-A-M. Yam. One more time. Inhale into the heart center. Yam, 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 yam. Now bring your awareness to the throat center, fifth energy chakra. This represents the space. On your inhale, breathe in through the throat center. On your exhale, breathe out through the throat center. And connecting with the space, visualize the color of the sky, the blue at the center. On your exhale, chant the mantra Hum, H-A-M, Hum. Hum. One more time. Hum. 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 Now bring your awareness to the sixth energy chakra on the forehead, Ajna chakra between your eyebrows. This is like the third eye, the spiritual eye. A lot of times we focus on this center during the meditation, dhyana. And this chakra represents like inner light. And this chakra, you remove the ignorance, delusions, and then you would be able to see through your true real self when you focus on the center. Chant the Bij mantra, Om, A-U-M, Om. Om. One more time. So by now you're extending and elongating the spine from the base of the spine all the way to the crown of the chakra, crown of the head, opening up all the three major energy channels, opening up all the seventh energy center. You focused upon the highest energy center here on the crown of the head. And this represents the Sahasrara chakra. And this is where you feel union of body, mind, and spirit. And this is where you reach the samadhi state, the highest state we talked about just a few minutes ago. Focus on the center, inhaling, exhaling, only chant the third syllable in the mantra, like a humming bee sound. One more time. So this is how you connect with the energy centers, energy channels before we begin to do the asana practice. You can arch your spine sideways. You can walk your hands to the right. Feel the stretch on your left side. After you're arching your spine, keeping the head squeezed between both arms. Upper body is arching into like a crescent moon. Opening up on the left energy channel. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Come back to the center. Now walk your hands to the other side. Feel the stretch on your right side of the body. Still keeping the head squeezed between your both biceps. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. And slowly come back to the middle. And then slowly walk your hands back as you sit straight. Okay, so that's just how we do the yoga mudra, and it's let's do one last time. Keep your hands behind, support your spine. Just no weight on your hands behind, or fingertips behind. Just lift your heart, open your throat, drop your head back, arch your spine entirely. Let go any tightness in your lower back, any tightness in your sacrum area. It's a beautiful way to stretch and arch and open your heart, open your throat. Mainly the sacral chakra, letting go the tightness in your sacral chakra. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. So we will do a few cat-cow poses. So if you have any still tightness in your lower back, you just let go of that. Just come onto all fours. Arms right below the shoulders, spine in a straight line. Lift your head up on your inhale, arch your spine. Lift your tailbone high. You can even wag your tail if you like. Just let go any tightness in your lower back. Slowly on your exhale, draw the belly in. Chin towards your chest, drop your belly, drop your hips down, coming into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. A few more times. So now this time you're going to balance on the right knee and the left palm. You can extend the left leg back. You can extend the right arm forward. From the heel of the left foot, from the fingertips of your right hand fingertips, is all in one straight line right now. Take a deep inhale. Engage the left leg as well. Now slowly on your exhale, left knee to the chest, right elbow to the left knee, arch you around your spine like you did in the cat, suck your belly in. Inhale, kick the leg high. As you're going into cow, kick the leg high. You should be able to see your leg behind your head if you have a mirror in the front. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Slowly come back to all fours. We're going to switch. Keep the weight on the left knee and the right palm. Extend your right leg back. Extend your left arm forward. Engage the right leg. Feel the stretch from the heel, right heel all the way to the left hand fingertips in one straight line, including your neck. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, right knee to the chest, left elbow to the right knee, round your spine like you do in the cat. Suck your belly in. Inhale, kick the leg high like you go into cow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If at any time you need a break, you can always come back to child's pose. Sit between your heels. Keep the forehead down. Keep the spine straight. Relax your shoulders. You can bring your arms behind. It's almost like the yoga mudra we did earlier. It's a beautiful resting, relaxing pose. Continue to inhale. Continue to exhale. This is the pose you can always come back to whenever you need a break. Now slowly let's warm up our core. Lie down on the mat. So stabilize your lower back, stabilize your hips, stabilize the. If you have any tight lower back, if you have any back pain, like I do, so just be careful, just steady the lower back. When you have a weak back, then you need to strengthen the core. That's how you compensate, that's how you complement. The strong core is always helpful for any weakness in your lower back. So keep both legs straight, entire spine touching the ground, hug your right knee to the chest. Keep the left leg engaged as well on the mat. Pull the right knee to the right shoulder as much as you can. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, chin to the chest, forehead to the right knee. Ardha Pavanmuktasana. When the chin comes to the chest,
You're almost doing a throat lock or a chin lock. No more inhales, no more exhales. When you're ready to inhale, release the chin lock, bring the head down, take a deep inhale. That's how you do Ardha Muktasana. Extend the right leg back on the mat, fold your left leg, keep the entire spine steady, stabilized on the mat. Start touching the mat. Take a deep inhale, engage your core, pull the left knee to the left shoulder as much as you can, avoiding the rib cage. Keeping the entire spine on the mat. Engage your core. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, chin to the chest, forehead to the left knee. You can even do the chin lock. And when you do the chin lock or a throat lock, no more inhales, no more exhales. When you're ready to inhale, release the lock, bring the head down, take a deep inhale. That's Ardha Muktasana, half wind relieving pose on left and right. Now we're going to do the full Muktasana. Hug both knees to the chest, keep the entire spine on the mat, including the tailbone on the mat. So a lot of times when you hug both knees, your tailbone comes up. So work on that. So it's very, very, even for the advanced students, it's difficult to keep the tailbone down. Try to work on that. Keep the entire spine on the mat, including the tailbone on the mat. Wrap your left arm around both knees. Wrap your right arm around both knees. Hug yourself. Give yourself a really tight hug, as if you love yourself dearly. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, chin to the chest, forehead to both knees. When you're ready to inhale, release the chin lock, bring the head down. One more time, take a deep inhale, give yourself a little more tight hug. And then on your exhale, chin to the chest, forehead to the knees. And release. So it feels really good as you're slowly warming up. You can, keeping the legs bent here, you can rotate your hips slightly. Clockwise first. And counterclockwise. Keeping knees bent here. You can do the same thing with the legs extended as well. So if you like to do with the legs extended, keep the legs straight, point your toes. You can rotate your legs without touching the ground. Make it a big wide circles. Just focus on your lower back, trying to keep the entire spine on the mat as you rotate your legs. Inhale, exhale. Focus on your core. Imagine you have a paintbrush on your big toe between your other toe on both legs, and you draw your big wide circle on the wall. And then now change direction, counterclockwise. Slowly warming up your core, and then keep the legs down. Feels really good. Extend your arms behind your head. Extend your legs in one direction, arms in one direction. As if you're waking up in the morning. Now we will do a quick yogic bicycling. It's a quick way to core warm up the core. So bring the legs horizontal, like the shins horizontal to the ground, interlock your hands behind your head. Keep the entire spine touching the ground. Deep inhale. On your exhale, one knee, left knee to the chest, right elbow to the right knee, chin to the chest, extend the right leg, engage your core muscles. Now back to the neutral, bring the head down, take a deep inhale, pull the right knee to the chest, left elbow to the right knee, engage your core muscles, keep the left leg extended, do a chin lock or a throat lock too. So back to the neutral position. Every time you come back to neutral position, take a deep inhale. On my counts, alternatively exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet down, legs extended in one direction, arms extended in one direction. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, slowly come up. You can come into half boat or full boat, whatever you like. Slowly come up with support or without the support, slowly come up. And then when you think you're ready, you can go into the boat pose like this. Or you can also bend the knees, your choice. Engage your core muscles. And like we do the Kapalabhati or Bhastrika, we can do the breathing exercise in the boat, like a belly breathing. Deep inhale into the belly, deep exhale from the belly. On your inhales and exhales, like doing a Bhastrika. Like forceful inhalation, forceful exhalations, both inhales and exhales happens forcefully. Notice your belly cups in and out, like a goldsmith when he pumps the air into the furnace. Release. So that is a good core warm up. Hopefully around slowly warming up, keeping the spine straight. We can do upper body warm up before we stand up. So if you like to sit in this cross-legged, or you can go into the Vajrasana, your choice. Let's focus on bringing the breath to the head, to the brain. Which brain takes a lot of, the most highest percentage of the oxygen, the prana, goes to the brain. So it is helpful when you do the practice, supplying the prana to the upper body, to the head area. So it really helps, not just the lower body, not just the lower limbs, but the higher limbs. As you go to the highest energy chakra, as you supply the prana, it's a beautiful way to open up and make some new learning habits. That is how you reach the samadhi state. So focus on bringing the breath and the prana to the crown of the head. So bring both arms up, reach up. You can pull the right arm with your left arm, fold your right elbow facing the ceiling, and the left elbow reach behind. Try to grab your right arm fingertips. Once you can hold on to the fingertips here, keep the spine and the neck in a straight line. Focus, look into the infinite distance. And focus on the Ajna chakra, third eye, or tip of the nose, without blinking your eyes. So take a slow, deep inhale into the head area, into the head, into the crown of the head. Hold the breath as long as you can, keeping the eyes open, wide open, without blinking. Supply a lot of oxygen to the head and the face. Relax your facial muscles, relax your forehead, relax your eyes, eyelids, ears, cheeks, nose, mouth, lips, tongue, chin, throat. You're doing a facial therapy to yourself, supplying a lot of oxygen to the head and the face and the facial, like the eyes and ears and all the important parts of the face. And if you cannot hold the breath that long, you can normally exhale and inhale. And it also opens up your right energy channel. Release. Shake your arms. Into the other side, left arm up. You can pull the left arm with your help of your right hand. Fold your left elbow, point the left elbow to the ceiling. One side may be harder than the other. I always have difficulty on this side, but you may be different from I am. So just focus on reaching the fingertips. If you cannot reach, grab the shirt. Keep the neck straight, spine straight. Look into the infinite without blinking your eyes. We can focus on your Ajna chakra, or you can focus on the tip of the nose with the crossed eyes. Take a deep inhale. Supply the most amount of oxygen, the vital living force to the head, to the brain. Hold the breath in the head area. Relax your facial muscles, relax your forehead, eyes, ears, cheeks, nose, mouth, lips, tongue, chin, throat. So you supply a lot of oxygen and doing a facial therapy. Shake your arms, place your hands on your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, both sides. If that isn't enough, you can also extend the right arm to the left side, turn your head to the right side. Other side, left arm extended to the right side, turn your head to the left. So whenever you're ready, so those are, if you want to do neck rotation, chin to the chest, inhale, slowly going up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, going up. Change direction every time your chin comes back to the chest. So do a few times here. So with that, we know slowly warming up our upper body. So now, finally, when we stand up and do some sun salutations, it is a perfect sequence that warms you up from the toes all the way to the crown of the head. So let's stand up and do the Surya Namaskars, like honoring the light and the sun. Beautiful sunny day in Chicago. So you can stand up, come to the front of the mat. Let me adjust my mat here. Okay, so arms to the heart center. We will do the Ashtanga sequence, Surya Namaskar. Ekam, reach up to the sky. Deepen the back bend, open your heart. Keeping your hips forward, keeping the head squeezed between your biceps. Slowly come back to neutral. Inhale, exhale, Dvi into Uttanasana. Reach forward, fold forward. Feel free to bend your knees, chest on your thighs. Uttanasana. Engage your sacrum. Ardha Uttanasana. Training. Half forward bend. Keep the spine horizontal to the ground, including the neck is in a horizontal state. From the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Chatwari, palms on the mat. Walk back or jump back into plank. Take a deep inhale, exhale into Chaturanga. Four limbs pose, body hovering over the ground, not touching the ground. If the Chaturangas are too hard, you can always do a Ashtanga Namaskar, 8 limbs pose. You can from coming here, Pancha, coming into up dog, or Cobra if you wish. So toes pointed, knees off the ground, relax your shoulders. Whether you're doing Cobra or up dog, your shoulders are away from your ears, deepening the upper body, arching back, looking up. Push the mat as you're going into down, facing down. Shut. Here we're going to stay here. Pressing your heels down, lifting the tailbone high, spine in one straight line, legs in one straight line. Stay here for a few cycles of breath. You can practice dharana, dhyana, meditation in this pose. And finally, ultimately, you reach the samadhi state. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Focus, gauge is important here. And the alignment is important here, and the breath, integrated breath. Those are the 3 major core principles of Hatha Yoga as you take your state of samadhi, state of your mind into the higher states. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Dry breathing, if that's possible, inhaling through the throat, exhaling through the throat. So whenever you're ready, look between your hands, lift the right leg up to the sky, into 3-leg down dog, and pull the right knee forward, step inside your right hand, coming into lunge, sapta. Focus on the Ajna chakra. We're going to add Ajna like the Anjaneya asana here, keeping the left knee on the mat, coming into like a moon salutation. Arching, bowing, surrendering, yielding in this pose. Open your heart. Deepen in the back bend. This is a beautiful surrendering pose. You can also interlock your hands, keeping the elbows straight, bringing your shoulder blades together in the Hanuman, Anjaneya asana. Slowly fingertips back on the mat. Back to lunge. Step forward with the left foot. Asta into Ardha Uttanasana. And then Uttanasana. Forward bend completely, just on your thighs. And Naga all the way up, Urdhvastasana. Reach up to and honor the light, towards the sun. Like a swan flies back to the open blue skies, towards the sun. palms back to the heart center. You can always come back to Samasthiti, back to the mountain pose. Close your eyes, check your state of mind, equanimous state of mind, undisturbed, uninterrupted, focus, dharana, and dhyana. So let's do consolidation. A, second time, palms to the heart. Ekam, reach up, arch back, deepen the back bend, open your heart. Dvi, exhale into Uttanasana. Feel free to bend your knees, chest on your thighs, fingertips right next to the feet. Engage your sacrum. Trini, Ardha Uttanasana. Deep inhale. Chatwari, palms on the mat, step back into plank. Engage your core. Spine and the legs in one single straight line, and then push into exhaling, push into Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale into up dog. Toes pointed, knees off the ground, relax your shoulders, shoulders away from your ears. Roll your eyes up. Shrug, exhale into Danda. Stay here for a few seconds of breath, focusing, gauge, alignment, integrated breath. Those are the few things you need to focus on. And if possible, focus on inwardly, whether it is a subtle object or a gross object, until you reach that samadhi state. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Ujjayi breathing if possible. Slowly lift the left leg up to the sky. Look between your hands, step inside your left hand. Sapta. You can keep the right knee on the mat, coming into Anjaneyasana. Palms on them into Anjali Mudra, deep in the back bend. You can also open your heart, open your arms. You can also interlock your hands behind. As you extend your elbows, as you bring your shoulder blades together. Fingertips back on the mat. Prepare to lift the right knee up, step forward into Asta, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend, and then Uttanasana, forward bend. Chest on your thighs, and Nava, all the way up, reach up to the sky, Urdhva arch back, arms to the heart. Samasthiti, close your eyes, check your balance, check the four corners of the feet, check your state of mind, equanimous state of mind. You can also place your right hand on your heart center, left hand on your tummy. Observe your breath. If your heart is racing, slow it down. Slow, deep inhalations, slow, deep exhalations. Let's do consolidation B a couple of times. Palms to the heart center. Inhale, Ekam, into chair pose. Lift your toes, shift the weight to the heels, knees right above your toes. Dvi, Uttanasana, chest on your thighs, engage your sacrum. Trini, Ardha Uttanasana. Spine is entirely, including the neck, is in one straight line. Chatwari, arms on the mat, walk backward, jump back into plank, exhale into Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale into up dog, knees off the ground, relax your shoulders. Shat, exhale into down dog. Stay here. We're not going to stay too long here. We're going to just prepare to go into warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Slowly lift the right leg up to the sky. Look between your hands. Step inside your right hand. All the way inside your right hand. Keep the left heel on the ground, toes on the pigeon toes. Like the feet are on a separate railroad track. Coming into Virabhadrasana 1. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Sapta. You can join your palms if you like to, Tirubodhi Mudra if you like to. Keep the head squeezed between your both biceps, or you can just keep the palms facing each other, shoulder width apart. Keep inhaling, keep exhaling. Virabhadrasana 1. Prepare to do Vinyasa again. Palms on the mat, step back to the right foot. Asta, into plank. Exhale into Chaturanga. Nava, inhale into up dog. That's right. Exhale back to down dog. Stay here until you can keep the hip pressing your heels down, lift your tailbone high. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Down dogs are my favorite because they are like almost like child's pose, resting deep, resting postures. Dry breathing if possible. Slowly, prepare to do the left leg up to the sky. 3-leg down dog. Now we're going to do Virabhadrasana 1 on the left side. Look between your hands, step inside your left hand. And keep the right heel toes on the pigeon toes. Like your feet are on separate railroad track. Coming into Virabhadrasana 1. Front knee is bent. Back leg is straight. Feet are shoulder width apart or hip distance apart. Palms are shoulder width apart. Feel free to join your palms. Feel free to do the Uttra Bodhi Mudra. Keep the head squeezed between your biceps. Weight is equally distributed. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can always do this humble warrior too. Interlock your hands behind, pressing your shoulder blades, bringing your shoulder blades together, extending your elbows. You can do lots of variations even in the Virabhadrasana 1. Okay, this is the Ekadasha. Now palms on the mat, step back into plank. Back to plank, then take a deep inhale, exhale into Chaturanga. Dvadasha. Trayodasha, inhale into up dog. Chaturdasha, back to down dog. And this is the last down dog in this consolidation beat. Stay here for a couple of seconds, breath. Lift your tailbone high. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations. Enjoy breathing if possible. And whenever you're ready, look between your hands, walk forward, jump forward into Panchadasa, Ardha Uttanasana, and then Uttanasana. Shodhasa, back to chair pose. Knees right above the toes, shift the weight to the heels, palms to the heart. Back to Samasthiti. Close your eyes. Feel the four corners of the feet. We will do one last consolidation beat second time. We did 2 consolidation A's, and we're going to finish up the second consolidation beat. You can always place your right hand on the heart center, left hand on your tummy. Observe your breath as you deep breathing into the belly, slowing down your heart, slowing down your pulse rate. Focus, relaxed, steady your mind. So whenever you're ready, prepare to do consolidation B. Second time, palms to the heart center. Ekam into chair pose. Lift your toes. Dvi, exhale into Uttanasana. 3, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Shatwari, walk back, jump back into plank. Exhale into Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale into up dog. Exhale, shut, exhale into down dog. Prepare to do warrior 1 on the left. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Step inside your left hand. Keep the right heel on the mat, toes on the pigeon toes. Virabhadrasana 1. Palms facing each other. Or join your palms. Your head squeezed between your both biceps. Continue to inhale. Continue to exhale. Asta, back to the plank. Take a deep inhale. Exhale into Chaturanga. Nava, inhale into up dog. Dasha, exhale into down dog. Now we're going to do Virabhadrasana 1 on the right side. Slowly lift right leg up to the sky. Step inside the right hand. And keep the left heel on the mat. Come to Virabhadrasana 1 on the right. Palms facing each other. Inhale, exhale. Inhale,
Exhale. Like I said, you can always do variations in this Virabhadrasana one. You can do humble warrior. Press you, interlock your hands, bring your shoulder blades together, extend your elbows. If you like to challenge yourself, even you can reach forward, try to bow down your head, forehead to the big toe. As you interlock your hands behind, as you're going up, right shoulder inside your right knee. This is the humble warrior. Slowly come back to Virabhadrasana 1. And then prepare to do Vinyasa again. Sit back. Actually, this is the last Virabhadrasana 1, right? So here, we're going to, if I lost the count, but anyway, sit back, take a deep inhale, exhale into Chaturanga, inhale into up dog, exhale into down dog. So this is like the Chaturdasa, if you remember the count. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Step forward, fall forward into Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana, and then Uttanasana. Panchadasa, shoulders up, back to the chair pose. Palms to the heart, arms down. Hopefully, you're all with me now. So let's go over a couple of consolidation A's, couple of consolidation B's. Steady your breath, place your hands on your heart and on your tummy. Always close your eyes. Belly breathing. Coming into that samasthiti, equanimous state of mind, where you feel neutral between the success and the failure, pain and the pleasure. Happiness and sadness. So whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Keep the steady, support your entire body weight on the left foot. Lock your left kneecap. Fold your right knee up. Hold on to the big toe with your index fingers. Make sure to engage your core. And then when you're ready, extend the right leg. Left arm, counter balancing behind your back. Keeping the knee straight if that's possible. Otherwise, you can bend the knee. Engage your core. If you lose balance, slowly come back to the neutral and one more time. Release. It's a focus on your core center, focus on the leg that's deeply grounded. Let's do the other side. Right knee, shift the weight to the right foot. Engage your core, lock your kneecap, and then hold on to the big toe up your left leg. And then slowly extend the left leg out. To study the counterbalance, you can keep the right arm diagonally behind your back. Focus on your core. If necessary, bend your left knee. But eventually, you should be able to kick the leg all the way straight. Fold, focus on your core. Palms to the heart. We'll do a couple more standing forward, standing, balancing, one leg balancing poses. And then we will go into some vinyasa after that. Slow, steady your breath. Okay, now whenever you're ready, the simplest one is a tree pose. Lift the right leg up, keep it inside your left thigh. If it is slipping, keep it below the knee and slowly going into the tree pose. Notice your right knee is pointing to the right side. The weight is only on one leg. You can open your arms into the tree like branches of the tree. Excuse me. Arms to the heart. Lower the right leg down. Now shift tree on the other side. Shift the weight to the right foot. You can keep it above the knee or below the knee. Left knee pointing to the left. Palms in Anjali Mudra. Slowly going into the tree pose. Continue to inhale. Continue to exhale. Open your branches. Steady your gaze. Steady your mind. Focus on the core.
Arms to Anjali Mudra, back to heart center. So that's just a couple of standing still balancing poses. If you want to do a couple more standing still poses, we can do Garudasana, one leg sitting stance, eagle pose, or we can also do Natarajasana, Lord of the Dance. Two more standing still, one leg balancing postures. So come into chair pose, like you did in Uttanasana, shift the weight to the heels, lift your toes, shift the weight to the left foot, like you're sitting on a one leg chair pose. Lift the right leg up, wrap your right leg over the left, no space between these thighs. As you're doing into the sitting, one leg sitting stance, you can wrap your right arm below the left into eagle pose. Your legs are wrapped up, arms are wrapped up, you're sitting in one leg chair pose, keeping the spine straight. You can lift your elbows to the shoulder level, look between your hands into the infinite gaze, like eagle. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Steady your gaze, steady your mind, steady your breath. Unwrap your arms, unwrap your legs back to the chair pose. If you like to go straight away into the other side, you can do, or you can take a break before we do the other side, come back. You can just deepen the back bend as you prepare to do the Garudasana on the other side. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. So when you think you're ready, shift the leg weight to the right leg. First of all, going into chair pose, like a normal chair pose. And now shift the weight to the right foot. Lift the left leg, wrap your left leg on top of the right thigh. No space between these thighs. You can double wrap if you like to. Sit on a one leg chair pose. And then wrap your left arm below the right. Lift your elbows to the shoulder level. Look into the infinite distance. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Unwrap your arms. Unwrap your legs. Back to chair pose. And stand up. So that's another one leg balancing pose. Like I said, we can do one last one before we go into the vinyasa flow, a warrior and warrior sequence, and the side angle triangle postures. Take a pause, take a deep breath. Slow down your heartbeat. So we're going to do Natarajasana. I can turn to the side. You can shift the weight to the left foot, fold your right knee. You can reach for the ankle from inside. Left arm up. Focus on your core in your navel area. Lock your left kneecap. Now, whenever you're ready, slowly kick the right leg towards the ceiling. Reach forward just enough for the counterbalance. The focus should be kicking the leg high, extending the kneecap, opening up your hips. More importantly, extending the right leg knee, extending the kneecap. If you lose balance, you reach the counter edge of the pose, then you steady, and again one more time. Control your breath, steady your breath as you're slowly going into the Natarajasana. Look into the infinite distance. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. With control, slowly come back down. If you lose balance, you can always try one more time. Steady your breath. Reset before we do the other side. So we're going to do the other side. Keep the weight, shift the weight to the right foot. Left knee bent. Hold on to the ankle from inside. Right hand up. Steady your gaze. Slowly kick the left leg up to the ceiling. Extending the left knee. Opening up your thighs, your hips. Just lean forward just enough for the counterbalance. Look straight into the infinite distance. Focus, steady, and then lock your right kneecap. Keep on extending the left knee. Keep on kicking the left leg towards the ceiling. Reach the edge and release. If you lose balance, you can always try second time. There's no need to judge, no need to beat yourself up. Just try one more time. Okay, those are, again, steady your gaze, steady your breath. If your heartbeat, steady your heartbeat. So when you think you're ready, let's do widen your feet. Let's do one more forward bend. Place your hands on the hips. You can also interlock your hands behind as you bring your shoulder blades. Extend the elbows. So a couple of variations here. Extend the elbows. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, slowly bring the head between your feet as you keep on extending the arms towards the ceiling. Try to keep the spine straight. Allow the gravity to fall deep into this standing wide leg forward bend. So allow the gravity to help you to go deep in the pose. Keeping the legs straight, keeping the head between your feet. If you have a block, you can use a block. Even though the head touches the block or the mat, there's no weight is on the head. Just counterbalance, slowly deepening the forward bend. You can shoot your arms, bring your shoulder blades together. Deep inhale and a deep exhale. So when you're ready, so slowly unwrap your arms, place the palms on the mat between your feet. You can sit down, squat down on the right side completely. You can extend the left leg. You can hear the clicks in your knees. You can bring your palms to the heart if you like, or you can open your arms like crouching tiger. Your choice. Slowly come back. Other side. Skandasana on the other side. Left knee bent, right leg straight. You can bring the palms to the heart. Open your arms. Your choice. You can switch back and forth like that. So anyways, slowly come back up. So this time, turn your right toes out. Left toe slightly in, right toes out. Trying to keep the head, forehead towards the right knee. You can use a block. If you like, you can use blocks on both sides. This way. Keeping both legs straight. Trying to keep the spine straight and bring the forehead to the right knee. Do a chin lock. Keep both legs straight. Once you're in the chin lock, no more inhale, no more exhales. Thyroid, it is very helpful for your thyroid gland. If you are trying to inhale slightly, release the chin lock and then inhale. Don't inhale when the lock is fully in place. So slowly come back. Now we're going to switch. Left out, left toes out, right toes in. Same thing. Keep the both legs straight, keeping the forehead towards the left knee. Keeping both legs straight, keeping the spine straight. Tuck your chin in, forehead to the knee. So when you're ready, slowly come back up. Slowly. So now we will do some warrior sequence, maybe some more one-leg balancing poses as well. So those are, let's check the time. I think we should be able to do this sequence with control, focus, and dedication and devotion in your practice. Okay, so let's do this. Let's start now that you're in the wide leg stance. Keep the right toes out, right knee bent, and going into warrior two. Look straight into the infinite distance towards your middle hand fingertip. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This is the warrior two. And if you're comfortable here in this warrior two, shift the weight to the right foot. Make sure you have a block close to the right foot, the right leg, somewhere here from the warrior two. Shift the weight to the right leg. Completely shift the weight. And keep the left foot back, going into half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Spine and the left leg is in a straight line. No weight on the hand on the block. Keep the spine and the leg in horizontal to the ground. You can also do reverse half moon. Left hand touching the block. Notice your hips are horizontal to the ground. And when you are steady in this pose, in this counterbalance pose, you can bring the palms to the heart, and then you can extend your palms into warrior three. If you lose balance, like I did, just go back and smile and try again. No judgment, no expectations in this pose. I lost balance, but I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to try again one more time. Back to warrior two. Shift the weight to the right foot. Slowly back to half moon pose. Reverse half moon pose. And then when I'm ready, palms to the heart. You can do the like the flying warrior. You can do warrior three. Again, you can always support yourself with the palms against the wall or against the couch. Palms to the heart. Back to the half moon pose. Lower the leg down. All the way back to warrior two. Front knee bend, back leg straight. You can also finish up with the hung warrior. Like it, not exactly hung, yeah. It's called a reverse warrior. Front knee bend, back leg straight. You can also do side angle pose. You feel free to keep a block. You can do revolve side angle pose. Keep the left knee, left heel up. You can do revolve side angle pose. Keeping the right shoulder above the left. Back to the side angle pose. And back to Virabhadrasana too. Release. Keep your toes in. Take a pause. Close your eyes. Observe your breath. You can place your left hand on your tummy, your right hand on your heart center. A lot of times we squeezed, a lot of times we breeze through these poses. It makes you tired quickly. As long as you're allowing the breath, as long as you're allowing integrated breath, then you would not get tired. Okay, left toes out, right toes in. And then warrior two on the left side. Left knee bent, back leg straight. Extend your arms. Tie the left thigh parallel, horizontal to the ground. Look towards your left hand middle finger into the infinite distance. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And when you think you're ready, you can do half moon pose. Keep the left block close to the left leg. Shift the weight to the left foot. Steady the weight. Kick the right leg up. Keep the spine, and the right leg is in a straight line. If you lose balance, you can always use. There's not much weight on the left hand on the block, but keep the spine and the left leg is in a straight line. Engage the right leg. Half moon pose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Reverse half moon. Slowly, right hand towards the block. Still maintain the balance as you lift the left arm up. But make sure your thighs are horizontal now. Your leg and the right leg is in a horizontal to the ground. Your hips are square, horizontal to the ground as well. Palms to the heart. Open your arms like a flying warrior. And then you can go into warrior three if you wish. Back to half moon pose. And slowly lower the right leg down. Slowly back to warrior two. And here we can do side angle pose. Keep the left hand on the block, right hand up, right shoulder is above the left. Your entire body is squeezed between two walls. Right shoulder is above the left. Now revolve side angle. Keep the right hand on the block. Feel free to lift the heel of the right foot. You can also lower the right knee down if you wish, as you're going into this revolve side angle pose. You can lift the knee up if you like. Back to the side angle pose and back to warrior two. And then back to the wide angle, wide legged stance. Hopefully you're all good. I'm just catching my breath here. It's very hard to talk in these poses. So take a moment, take a child's pose. That's simply Vajrasana. Steady your heartbeat. Close your eyes. So after that, we will do a couple of back bends, some arm balances, and then finish up with inversions. Okay, so we have 15 more minutes left. We reduced the class from 2 hours to hour and a half, as some of you requested. And it's Saturday morning, especially during this pandemic time, until we meet at the temple, all of us. So we can keep the hour and a half classes. When we go back to the temple, we may consider go back to 2 hours classes. So we still have 15 minutes left. We will do some back bends, couple of arm balances, and then inversions. Okay, so lie down on your tummy. This is the, you have support of the ground, so you should be able to go deeper into these back bends. So keep the right foot on the mat, keep the right, and then keep extending the right arm forward, fold your left knee, and then hold on to the ankle from outside with your left hand. Now, with support of your, now that your palm is, the right palm is on the mat, you should be able to kick the leg high, left leg high. As you press your right leg on the mat, notice you can bring your slide your palm towards you as you go higher into the forward bend. This is half bow pose. Ardha Dhanurasana, basically. Keep lifting your chest high, thighs high, kick the leg high. With the support of your right hand, you can slide the right palm towards you. Keep pressing the right leg onto the mat as you're going into the half bow pose. Release. You can turn your head to one side, like making a pillow with your arms. It's a deep resting pose. Turn your head to one side. Continue to breathe in, continue to breathe out. By the way, you should be able to breathe in and breathe out during the back bends as well. Don't freeze your breath. Now, extend your left arm forward, left palm on the mat, around the ground. Keep the left, press your left heel on the mat, left thigh on the mat, left leg on the mat, left toes on the mat. You can lift the left kneecap up. You can lift the left kneecap up, but the entire left side of the leg is pressing onto the mat. And then fold your right knee and hold on to the ankle from outside. This is the advantage of your Ardha half bow pose. You can slide your palm towards you as you go deep into the back bend, as you kick your right leg into your right arm.
Lift your heart, lift your head, lift your thigh, kick the right leg into your right arm. This is the advantage because you have a slight advantage of regular full bow because you have the left palm is on the mat. Keep pressing, kicking your right leg into this towards the ceiling, keeping arching your spine. You get the same benefit because you're arching back, lifting your heart, lifting your thighs, everything up. Release. Back to the Makrasana. Make a pillow, turn your head to the opposite side. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. So now you did half bow on each side. We can do full bow if you like to. The way to do the full bow, you bend your both knees, you reach for the ankles from outside with your both hands. Now, with a grip on you, your hands are like strings attached on both ends of the bow. As you slowly, steadily inhaling, kick your both legs into your arms, arch your entire body up, legs up, thighs up, hips up, everything up except your belly into the full bow pose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and release. Makrasana again. I end up catching up breath in these Makrasanas because I wasn't breathing properly in the actual back bends. More maybe I was focusing on talking, not breathing. So with that, now we can do one more back bend camel. Come on your knees, like this. Come on your knees. You can curl your toes under, press into the imaginary wall in the front, your thighs, your hips, pelvis into the imaginary wall in the front. And then deepen the, lift the right arm up, reach for the right heel with the grip on your right heel. Left arm up, half camel. On your inhale, push into the wall. On your exhale, with the grip on your right heel, deepen the back bend. Your pelvis, your hips, your thighs are glued into the imaginary wall in the front. On your inhale, push into the wall. On your exhale, deepen the back bend. Similarly, on the other side, back to the neutral pose. This time, left arm up, reach for the left heel this time, but do not lean back, do not fall back, just for the grip. On your inhale, push into the wall. The thighs, your pelvis, your hips, glued into the wall in the front, with a grip on your heel, deep in the back bend. One more time, inhale, push into the wall. Exhale, deepen the back bend. Once you cannot deepen the back bend anymore, that's when you continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Release, and take a child's pose. Take the child's pose. I don't think we have time for the arm balance, but we will do inversions. And then we finish up with the Shavasana at the end. Coming into the child's pose. So now lie down on your back. Let's do a couple of inversions. Starting with the bridge. Sometimes we call it a half wheel. So you use a block, you can use a block. Keep your knees bent, lift your hips high. Support the bridge with brick underneath, like pillars underneath the bridge. It's a beautiful resting pose. Lift the heart center higher than the brain. Allow the breath cycling through, or blood cycling through the brain using the gravity. You can extend the legs into the full bridge. Notice your heart is higher than the brain. There's no weight on the shoulders. If you do not have a block, you can support the bridge with the elbows underneath the bridge. You can also interlock your hands underneath the bridge. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Those who like to do full bow or full wheel, you can place, sometimes it's called upside bow as well, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Sometimes it's called full wheel, Chakrasana. Keep bending your knees, place your hands on the mat, elbows facing up. So when you think you're ready, push the mat with your palms. Slowly, slowly lift your entire body up, shifting the weight to the palms and the feet on the ground. So lift yourself up. Momentarily, you can keep the head between your palms, but there's no weight on the head. It's completely going into the full wheel. Continue to breathe in, breathe out. And then slowly come down. Back to the bridge. Again, use a block if necessary, or use elbows. You can also bring the legs up the wall, repeat the pattern. And you can simply lower the legs down and slowly, slowly bring the hips down. You can do extend the elbows, place your palms underneath the hips, extend the elbows, extend the legs, extend the feet. Palms facing up, upside down, palms below the hips. Now, when you think you're ready, keep the lower body on the mat. Just arch your upper body up into the, like this, like a fish diving back, Matsyasana. You can head touch the ground, but no weight on the head. Open your throat, shift the weight to the elbows, arch your entire upper body, keep the lower body on the mat, toes pointed. Only the upper body is arching back, opening up your throat. And whenever you're ready, completely lie down on the mat and take a Shavasana. Close your eyes. Palms facing up. Slow inhalations, slow exhalations as the belly rises up. On your inhale, as belly falls down on your exhales. Completely surrounded, melt into the ground. Slowly bring your awareness back to the body. Hug your knees to the chest. Fold your knees. Slowly bring your both knees, hug your knees to the chest tightly. You can wrap your right arm around both knees. You can pull both knees to the right side. As you extend your left arm to the left side, one last deep twist. As you keep both shoulders on the mat, hug your knees, give yourself a really tight hug as you pin your both knees to the ground on the right side with the help of your right hand. Notice you're twisting from the root chakra all the way to the crown chakra. Your shoulders are relaxed, both shoulders are on the mat, and especially notice the twist at the lower back. It's a deep, relieving, final relief of stress and strain and tightness in your lower back. Give yourself a really tight hug as you pin your both knees to the ground. Now, come back to the neutral, back to the center. Now this time, wrap your left arm around both knees. Give yourself a really tight hug. Pin your both knees to the chest and as well as to the ground on the left side. Extend your right arm to the right side. Turn your head to the right side. Again, focus on hugging the knees to the chest and pinning both knees to the ground with the help of your left hand. And the right hand is extended. Right shoulders are relaxed. Both shoulders are touching the mat. Turn your head to the right side. And notice your twist is coming from the bottom up, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Especially the lower back twist is really helpful for relieving strain and stress and tightness in your lower back. Give yourself a tight hug as you pin both knees to the ground. And when you think you're ready, slowly going into the full, like a baby in your mother's womb, you head towards your knees on the left side. And with support of right hand, and slowly sit up. So that is the asanas practice. You come back to the Vajrasana, and we will end the class with final prayer. Close your eyes, arms to the heart. Om Swasti Prajapyaya Paripalayanteha Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisham Om Go Brahmanebhyaya Subhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace within you, peace in the surroundings, peace in the universe. I bow down to myself, bow down to each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you all for joining on a Saturday morning practice. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and hope to see you soon. And let's just keep paying attention to all the messages I post and share on the HTGC Yoga Facebook page or on the WhatsApp. And yeah, if you haven't renewed your memberships for the first 6 months, please go ahead and renew. Would really appreciate it. Thank you all. Namaste.